What's up, you guys? This is going to be a full deck energy reading. If you guys are unfamiliar with what a full deck energy reading is, you pull all of the cards of the tarot. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and pull a full deck. I'm going to be using the Wildwood Tarot for this. So whenever you watch this video, it will, possibly resonate with you at that time that you watch it. Keep in mind, it's not going to resonate with each and every one of you who do watch it, no matter what time you're watching, but it will, okay? It's going to resonate with whoever it's meant to resonate with, no matter the time and the space. So the full deck, this is a very lengthy reading, okay? So I might be for a minute, but this is really fun. So let's do it. What's up, everybody? I'm going to start the reading right now. This is a full deck energy reading. This will pertain to whatever energies are meant to come out, okay? So like I said, it might resonate with you and it may not resonate with you, okay? All right, what are the major energies that want to come out? Whoever is meant to see this energy reading, whoever it's meant to resonate with, however it's meant to resonate with them, ask for highest guidance, truth, and clarity. What's up, everybody, on YouTube and on Instagram? What's up? Oh, the BT Awards yesterday? I didn't know that. All right. All right, let's pull. First card out is Balance. Okay. Which is the Temperance card. So this energy could represent a relationship. It can represent a connection. Okay. You guys could be at the start of whatever this journey is, trying to align with a relationship or connection, some type of soul bond, some sort of tight-knit connection. There is a foundation that's already laid out. Second and third card out, the Wanderer, which is the Fool card. Seven of Vessels, Mourning, which is the Seven of Cups. Okay. So some of you guys might feel like you're at a crossroads with this connection or this situation. You could be trying to find balance in your own life right now. You're at this point where you do want to start over, you want to start fresh, but because of some sort of connection or past relationship, I'm on two platforms right now, so I'm going to have to show my Instagrammers and my YouTubers the cards. But the vibe and the energy that I pick up, you guys, is that you guys are trying to like start over and start fresh and leave the past in the past. But there's still these memories or this illusion that something is not going to succeed. It's not going to get better. Is that vibe that I'm picking up? It's like something is not going to get better. I don't know if I should start a new journey. I don't know if I should start over or what. Because there was something that was tight-knit. There was something that was already founded. Like this was some sort of like established bond or a long-standing bond. This could represent multiple bonds, not just one. So like a friendship, or could be a love relationship. What's the deck I'm using is the Wildwood Tarot. Wild, like crazy, Wildwood Tarot. Okay, so next card up is the Page of Cups, the Otter. Okay. So yeah, you guys might have this pull towards starting something new. Your heart is guiding you to start something new, but like it's a fear. You got these childlike energies with the Page and the Wanderer, which is the Fool card, but there's this fear based upon some sort of loss or this illusion that something is going to repeat itself again based upon this bond. And I feel like this relates to a lot of you who are on these journeys that you know people call it a twin flame journey. Those of you who resonate with that energy, it could have something to do with that. You have the Queen of Arrows, which is the Queen of Swords, and this is the Swan. And swans come up a lot for love. Um, so I definitely feel like this is a love energy for sure. I really feel like it is. We have um, a lot of symbolism that points towards relationships. If it's not like a romantic love relationship, it definitely can just represent connections with people. But the Queen of Arrows, I usually see the Queen of Swords as a scorned person, but you might have been someone who was very hurt, someone who was tired of love and relationships, but you're shifting out of that. Like you're getting out of this stiffness and this coldness, at least you want to. Whether you are a male or female, it doesn't matter. You can represent this scorned, cold-hearted energy, but coming out of it slowly but surely. And I feel like it's because you've gathered so much information as far as like your relationships and your experiences. They might have not been so favorable up until this point, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's not shifting for the better, because I feel like you know that there's energy shifting for the better, but it's just these past memories of what could go wrong based upon something else that has happened. Okay, so you have the Three of Swords, which is the jealousy card in this deck. So the Three of Arrows and the Three of Swords are the same. There's this, possibly like right now you guys may be a little jealous of people's relationships around you, feeling like that could never be me. When is it going to be my time? Um, is this person ever going to confess their love to me? Or when am I ever going to find love? It could also be that the person you were in love with may be with somebody else. Or you could be aware of something. You could definitely be aware that somebody is in a relationship with someone. Um, or just kind of afraid that this person has moved on for some reason. But like I said, it could also be you guys are kind of jealous of other people's relationships. Or not jealous in a negative sense, but it could just be higher. And it has all these people gathered together. I feel like when you surround yourself amongst those that uplift you and inspire you, this could be friends. I also feel like the Eight of Wands is kind of ancestral too. Like you have ancestors, you have spiritual guides that are working on your behalf to make what you want happen, and it doesn't serve you. There's both fire in these cards. If you look, I'm on 2 different platforms. I'm on Instagram and YouTube live right now. So um spirit knows what you want. The guides, your ancestors, they know what you're seeking when it comes to love. They know what your true heart yearns for and desires. So I feel like it's very much possible, and they're working towards getting it or giving it to you. But it's all about you being in that space of celebration already, knowing that you deserve it, and that it is going to, which is the Six of Pentacles, exploitation. The energy that I pick up from this is like your perception of love is very low. Female, because I'm seeing a man and woman in this card, so it equally goes for men and women. There's men and women out there who are like, when is the love of my life coming? Or when are me and my partner going to get it right, get it together? When is this? And it doesn't even have to be about love. I'm checking my battery, you guys, sorry. It doesn't even have to be about love. It could be something you love to do, and you're just like feeling like there's not enough to go around, and your energy is so focused on the lack thereof that it's impossible for spirit to give you energy when you're in that space like that. You got the Shaman, which is the Magician card in this deck. I love these cards. Very powerful being. You don't even know how powerful you are in exchange what you're giving out, because it could be you feel like people are taking advantage of you, but you're taking advantage of yourself if you're giving to those that really don't give to you, that really don't matter like that. If they don't matter, if you don't matter to them as much as they matter to you, It's kind of like you have to put something into perspective. It shouldn't be that way. And not to say that you shouldn't feel what you feel for people, but it's like you do have to find balance with what you're giving. Because it's sending out a signal to the universe that you don't really value and respect yourself in some way. So therefore, you're getting more of that. You're stating that is true. Spirit's not saying that that's true. That's what you're affirming to yourself when you put those energies out there. But you don't know how powerful you are. As the Magician card, there's so much power in you, within yourself, and what you can accomplish and what you can manifest. Thank you so much, Miss Arts. I appreciate you for the donation. You don't know how powerful you are and what you can manifest and what you can create as the shaman and wishes to create. Um, he's conjuring up something. You guys are definitely manifesting, but just make sure that you're manifesting what's good and true for you. So you have the mirror card. Okay. So there's a reflecting energy that's going on. And this mermaid, she refuses to look at her own reflection. She's holding up this, it looks like a moon or some sort of crystal ball. She knows the truth about something. So you guys are at this point where you know that you're manifesting your own reality and you're manifesting something in this energy, this situation, whatever it is for you. You guys are going to come to learn how powerful of a manifester you are, and you know that already. You already know this, but I feel like you guys might not be pleased with the fact that of what you're manifesting. You guys are not pleased with that. This mermaid reminds me of Yemaya, which is in Orisha. She represents inner beauty, helping us with our inner beauty. A lot of times we go to Oshun and we go to all these Orishas wanting money and wanting love to be manifested, but a lot of times they're aspects of ourselves. They represent different energies within the self, or how to embody those energies or how to embrace them more. With Yumaya, I'm getting this energy. Oh yeah, I love Oya too. She I'm just getting this energy that she's here to help you with inner peace and loving yourself and your own inner beauty. And that's what I'm getting. But also the inner beauty of that, which is you being your own divine creator and what you manifest. You have the Three of Stones, which is the Three of Pentacles, the creativity card. Yeah, again, this woman's afraid of what she's creating. Like, she's almost like stepping back. Like, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I want this. So you really, really, really know that you can do it. You know you can have the love of your life. You know that you can have your dream career. You know that you can evolve spiritually. You know that, you know, whatever it is that you truly believe in and love or desire for yourself, you know that that's you, or you know that's what you can accomplish. You know that's what you can have. But at the same time, though, there's like, I don't know if I can do it. And you can. Like I said, you guys have some sort of ancestral help, guides with you. Maybe even people in your life that support you beyond what you can imagine. There may be more people that wish best for you rather than they wish the worst for you. There's more of them that support you and want to uplift you more than anything. So that sparks a powerful energy already, but you don't really need all of that. That's just a support system. You, as the shaman, you as a magician, you got that energy already to make it happen. I feel like a lot of you know that already, but it's a fear of your own power. And that's something you have to deal with within yourself. The King of Arrows, or the King of Swords, the Kingfisher. This is the bird, Kingfisher. And I pulled him up for the summer solstice reading that I did on YouTube earlier, not too long ago. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm trying to remember what he represented because I looked it up in the Animal Totem book. But the King of Swords knows. He just knows. He's been through too much to not believe in himself. He believes in himself far too much to doubt himself, you know, mentally. You know, he's that person that tells himself he can do it. He has no doubt that he can do something. He has no doubt that he knows what he knows. At times he can be a little emotionless. Like, he's not thinking about what other people think about him and how they feel. It's like he's kind of self-centered in a way, but I feel like this is in a balanced way, though. So it's kind of like you're going to have to look at that from his perspective, or look at this situation, whatever it is, whatever energy you're dealing with right now that's of importance to you. Oops. That's relevant and important. Sorry, I'm doing too much. But let's see, what else? The Blasted Oak, which is the Tower card. Okay. He's fallen out of the tree, out of the woods, and he's naked. So there's something that you want to sit comfortable with, what you know that's tired and true. You want to sit on that, and it's like that's going to fall. Whatever this tree is that represents, whatever this tree represents for you, it's going to fail. Okay? You can't withhold your power anymore. You can't do that. And I feel like there's some sort of shift in energy. Could be shift within, planetary energy, shift within the self, your environment, that's going to push you out of your comfort zone. But that's what you need, though. Because this tree is not sturdy enough to hold you. And it's almost like, I want to say, your ancestors or your spiritual guides, um, there's they're there to support you, but they're not the main support. You're the biggest key player in all of this. Like, they can only do so much, and they only really act on your behalf because you allow them to, or you give them the access to help you. They're not going to intervene without your free will, without you saying yes, or you ask for help. They're there to help you when you need it. Okay. King of Vessels, which is the King of Cups. He represents this bird here, the heron, if I'm saying that right. You guys have the heart for what you want. Some of you guys, this could represent a person that has your heart. But you guys have the heart to make what you want happen. It's just like you have to believe in yourself. And I feel like this is the biggest energy. See, ancestors are all around. This is the Hierophant, the ancestor card. I'm jumping all around, but it's like I don't have to focus too much on one card at the same time or too long and just move on to the next card. What this ancestor represents, you have one main ancestor that walks with you, and it might be of the highest, because we have ancestors all around, but not all ancestors are of our highest good. Not all of them are high vibrational beings. Some of them still live a low life. Some of them don't even want to, evolve, do better. They might have a low perspective. They might believe in things that you don't believe in. They might have died with certain ideologies and beliefs and personality traits that you don't agree with, or pay your respect to your ancestors. I can't tell you not to do that, but not every ancestor or spirit guide is of your highest good. So you only want to reach out to those that have your back, that are of higher, wisdom and guidance, and align themselves with truth, and make sure that you're on the path to where you're meant to be in life, and support you and protect you and guide you. You definitely want to align with them. There's this one specific ancestor I feel like that's got your back and is definitely guiding you, and I feel like it's a feminine ancestor. If it's not a woman, it's got a feminine nature. It's got a nurturing energy. Very powerful energy. The Great Bear is also a protector, a guider, a guardian. And this is the Judgment card. So I feel like you can't go wrong on your path because you have some powerful energies around you. This could also represent your higher self that's protecting you and guarding, guiding you, and serving as a guardian to you. So you're always going to be reminded of your past energies, but not to mistake that with failures. It's really those things that we say are fails and things that we are not so proud of. It's more so there's a reminder of how to stay in alignment with yourself and not to fall back off track. Going back to that old energy of who you were, what you did, what you allowed others to do to you or treat you. It's and some things we can't even control how other people treat us. We can't control that either. So sometimes we have to have compassion for ourselves and to say that, you know what, that person might have abused me, lied to me, cheated on me. This person might have, not been a good friend to me. Maybe my parents raised me a certain way, but you have to have compassion for certain things because certain people do treat you the way that they feel like they deserve to be treated. Or they might have things that they were taught and raised to do and to be. So you have to kind of have compassion for not only yourself, don't blame yourself for what has happened to you, don't take that victim role on, but also kind of have compassion for those other people too. And that's the hardest thing, but that's a part of the heart chakra. Like, so many people's heart chakras are not open, and I can't speak on that because there's certain points to where I need to heal my heart chakra that is blocked because I can't fully allow myself to forgive certain people, because it is hard to just be like, okay, I forgive that person even though they did this to me. It's very hard to forgive certain things, and sometimes it's hard to forgive yourself for certain things. You're like, damn, I really said that, I really did that. It's very hard. Yeah. Soul, because your soul doesn't care about all this shit down here. It doesn't really care about that circumstance with that person, that friend that did this and that to you. It's just like, oh, that's a human. It's hard to get to that point. It's very hard to heal that. But I feel like it's worth trying. We can't assume perfection. There's no such thing as perfection. We're we're spiritual beings first. Our human experiences are very low and very dense, but because we're in this reality, of course, we take them on as very important and painful, happy. This is everything that I ever wanted. But really, when we leave this planet, this is like this nothing. All of this is really nothing at the end of the day. So, the Page of Wands is the Stout, if I'm pronouncing that right. So, Page of Wands is kind of like this mischievous, this playful energy. So what I'm getting with that is spirit is like, you do need to just kind of let up. And I feel like this is your higher self too. Like, just let up and have fun. Just let up and have fun. Um, Because you have the Knight of Stones too. So here comes all the court cards. So this is like traits and personalities. It could also be that you guys might be attracting people in your life who kind of push you out of your comfort zone right now, or you have been lately. You have been meeting people, or there's just people around you in your experience, whether you know them personally or not, that could be kind of challenging you to get out of your comfort zone a little bit. But the Knight of Stones, he comes in very peacefully, very humble. Um, the horse to me is a symbol of something coming towards you. It might sneak up on you with the Page of Wands. It might sneak up unexpectedly. Also, I feel like this is a double meaning that you're going to have to kind of lighten up a little bit. It might take some time to loosen up and find that freedom, that playful energy that doesn't really the comfort zone, regardless whether you like it or not, around this time. The Five of Stones is endurance, which is the Five of Pentacles. So this little child, he doesn't have much, right? This is kind of like the poverty energy, the Five of Pentacles. This child doesn't have much, but he's making energy out of something. He created this fire out of what he had around him. So it's like a small, like a little mini alchemist. So you guys might feel like you might not have enough right now to do and create whatever it is. Um, you might not have all this energy around, like say you want to start a business. You don't have the money to do that. You don't have the store space to do that, or you don't know how you're going to build this clientele, where you're going to get the merchandising, how you're thinking about all the important things, of course. You don't know how you're going to find the love of your life, because you're just in this space where you keep bumping into the same type of people, men or women, whatever. And you just don't see how you can create that love that you want. But there's something around you, even if it's something within yourself, that can spark these opportunities. That's what I feel like this Five of Pentacles represents. This little child is using his inner imagination, that innocence of you, that raw creativity, if that makes sense. And I kind of get that with the Five of Wands, or the Page of Wands too, that raw creative side. And then here comes the Empress, Mother Creator. Mother Creator, she's got these two little beings in her hands, and I want to say these are spirit guides. Spirit guides. So I'm getting this energy, and there's trees coming out of her mouth. She speaks life. So this is all about affirming what it is that you wish to attract, and when you affirm certain things, you definitely attract it. I'm also getting that these two little beings can represent her conscious and her subconscious mind. It could represent the higher self and the ego, whichever you choose to represent or resonate with, align yourself with. She has this pot that she's stirring up. So it's like you have the vision to see what you want, or she has all the elements as far as affirming and believing and seeing, visualizing what she wants. She's a divine creator, so you have the ability to manifest. You might just see yourself as this little child that has to start with nothing, or maybe this is the space that you do have to start from, but in reality, you really are the magician and the empress, really. Okay, the Five of Wands, which is the empowerment card. So, again, you're going to have to use those inner demons within yourself, those little things that tell you you can't do it. Maybe a past memory of somebody telling you that you're not good enough, that you're not pretty enough, that you're stupid, that oh, I never got the chance to do this, or there's no such thing as true love. Whatever these limiting beliefs that are there, even if it's a voice from within that's coming from you, or past memories of something somebody else said to you or just said about their own life situation, and you kind of took that on as truth, or you kind of believed it. Whatever these little things are, use that to empower you to move past that. Because I'm getting this, it's like this vibe, because I don't see any negativity in this Five of Wands in this deck. There's not a lot of fighting going on. There's not a lot of fighting. It seems like it's more internal. So use those energies to empower you, because I feel like I tell my ego all the time to shut up now. I do. Like, I can tell when my ego is talking. I can tell when it's that lower spot of me. I can tell that it's all just bullshit, and I just tell my ego to shut up sometimes. Like, I have to. Because I can tell that it's just there to limit me. And when I tell it to just back down, the more and more I recognize that it's my ego that's talking to me. So, you know, anytime that you tell yourself something like, oh, that's so stupid, like, you're not going to make it, or you can't do that. And I just go, you know what, shut up. Because that's a part of me that, it's a part of me. It's not separate from me. It's a part of me. And sometimes I do have to just, it sounds crazy, like I sound like I'm talking to myself, but I have to do that in a way. Because that's the easiest way for me to shut that down. It's the easiest way for me to just like stop it. Okay, here comes the Emperor, the green man. So he's here. And I feel like a lot of you, I want to say that the bridge between you and if this is you and your heart's desire, it doesn't have to be a person. It could be for a majority of you love, because we started off with the Temperance card and they had two energies intertwined. I felt like it was love, but it could be things that you love. It doesn't have to be a person. It doesn't have to be anything about love. But I feel like there's a bridge between, because I pulled the Empress before I pulled the Five of Wands, and then Emperor, which is the green man. So I feel like there might be a small block, but it's internal blockages. It's not any outside forces, people in the way from getting what you want to having what you want. It's really these small little things. And when you can overcome these little challenges within yourself, that other aspect of you comes into balance. This could also be your feminine and masculine self, within that finds that harmony. But he's cooking up something. You see, the Empress she hasn't fully started what she's cooking up, but he's cooking something up. The Emperor. So he's already in tune with himself, because I'm seeing she's speaking something to existence, but it hasn't fully formed yet. You see the separation between the leaves in her mouth. But when I look at the Emperor, his leaves are intertwined as he's speaking something into existence. So whatever he's given life to something, it's already formed. If you guys are trying to affirm something about love, I definitely feel like it's possible. It's on the other side of this BS right here, the ego. But you remember, use it to empower you, though, inspire you. It's kind of like those people, and I admire those types of people that when people tell them they can't do something, they're like, let me show you what I can do. I admire people like that. When people tell them they can't do it, they do it anyway. That's how you got to look at your ego. You have to look at your ego as that hater that tells you can't do something, and you got to, that higher aspect of you has to be that one person that says, oh, since you said I can't do it, now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do it. So that's what I'm picking up with that. Okay, so you have the Eight of Stones, which is the Eight of Pentacles skill. Okay, so the Eight of Pentacles, he's utilizing his tools. He knows what he's doing. So you guys we all have that one thing that we know how to do better than anybody else can do. Whether it's we can cook the hell out of a cake and everybody loves it, or whether that be, whatever, you can ride a bike to perfection. Nobody else can do. Everybody can ride a skateboard, but not everybody can ride a skateboard like you. Not everybody can ride a skateboard like him or her. We all have that one thing that we can do. Keep working on that. I feel like Spirit's telling you to work on that. And it can also be a project that you've already spoken into existence to keep perfecting on it, because you've already put the energy into something. You've already started brewing and cooking something, I feel. And Spirit's telling you to keep up with it. There's a hand on the wall, so I feel like it's stamp of approval. Like, I feel like it's yours. It's like it's being approved. Nobody can tell you what it is and what it's not. The Four of Bowls, celebration, which is the Four of Wands. Your ancestors want to celebrate with you. Your people that support you want to celebrate you. They also want the best. They want the best for you. So I'm seeing this as a celebration, and it's like get in that celebratory mode, because I feel like you will be proud of yourself, or you need to be proud of yourself now, because that's the energy that creates worlds. When you already believe that something is already moving in motion, like, I know I'm going to get that bike already. I already know that bike is mine. That motorcycle is mine. I know it's mine, blah, blah, blah. I know that relationship of my dreams is possible. I know that I'm going to have babies. Whatever we want out here. Nobody's desire and goal is stupid. It's put in your heart for a reason. It might not be that exact thing. It might lead you to something greater than that. But just affirming that it's yours already is like the universe responds to that, because you're putting that energy out like that's mine. And I feel like people want you to be happy more than they don't. You're always going to have haters, yes. You're always going to have more people that love you, though. Higher vibration always exceeds the BS, too. It always does that. So one thing to keep into perspective for me is, like, when I used to get offended by negative comments on YouTube, or I used to get offended by thumbs down, which I don't anymore, because I turn my comments off for the sake of my sanity sometimes, because some people, and I have like I'm a clap back queen. Like if you say something to me, I got something to say back. But I can do it in a very cool, calm, and collected way, but just know that I am going to snap off. And it doesn't always require a response, and I've learned that. But when I would get hateful comments or people just saying stupid things, I would get more positive comments than I would get those. I would get more likes rather than I got the thumbs down. That's what I that's what helps me put things into perspective. So always remember that you have more lovers and supporters than you do haters. Whether you realize it or not, you have people that support you far more than they hate you. Remember that. And that's also universally too. Lower vibrational energy is low for a reason. Higher vibrational energy always trumps that lower energy, always. So just Empress or the High Priestess, and she's very powerful too, obviously. She's very in tune with herself. She's got her eyes closed. So she's the seer, but you recognize she's not looking. She's got her eyes closed. So she's seeing what's within. That's also the key. Like, not everything on the outside is worth you paying attention to. Sometimes not everything what you see on the outside is really what it is and what you get. Okay. So the Guardian, number 15, I'm trying to remember the major arcana cards. The Guardian, I'm just going to read the energy. Somebody wants to help me out. But the Guardian, again, is an ancestral energy. I keep pulling ancestors. I keep pulling that energy. But I'm getting that there may be someone passed on that's walking with you and guiding you. Especially when you're in fear and you're in doubt, here comes this person. This person has no fears. They have no doubts. They might have been someone who lived their life abundantly, fearlessly even. They don't have any fears. This person is way in tune with themselves. Okay, so the Six of Cups, which is reunion, there is somebody that's coming around, that is coming back into your life. I see that same, kind of like the same creature that's the Page of Wands. Remember how I was saying it might be that you're meeting people at this time coming into your life unexpectedly? It could be people that's coming back, or it could be someone that's coming into your life. Could be a love relationship. Some of you, it is an air sign, the Knight of Arrows. If it's not an air sign, it doesn't matter. You might catch wind, because the Knight of Arrows can also be a messenger too. You guys might get ahead. You might be on guard, or you do need to be on guard with this person. Not to say that they're bad, but you always want to be alert. Just pay attention to certain people. So here's the Strength card, the Stag. Okay, he has his protective shield. I feel like your ancestors are going to tell you to protect yourself, because here's the Guardian. But if you look at this shield, it's got a tree on it, which makes me think of ancestors. Could also be a family member who you need to watch out for. You might have history of this person not being trustworthy. Be mindful of that. Whoever this person is, you have a history with this person, or this person has a history of not being a trustworthy or good person. The Star card, which is the polar star. It actually equals 8, just like the Strength card, because it's number 17, the Star card, and then the Strength card is 8. So I feel like you're being protected to make sure you stay on course. Whether your higher self is doing this, whether this is your spiritual guides, your ancestors, they are making sure that you're on the right path. Okay? You're being guided. You can't miss anything. Don't think that you're going to miss the bus or the train for whatever is meant for you, because you're not. You're never going to miss an opportunity. You're never going to miss what's meant for you. And I feel like that's what you need to remember. Yeah, the Four Vessels, boredom. You're just not happy with the prospects around you. And this could be love. You guys might be like, this is the wackest time in my love life right now. Whether you're with somebody right now, or you're single completely, or you're dating somebody, you're just not happy with what you're getting. Um, and when you're in that space, because she's alone and she's bored, it's like, how can you be alone when you got you? How can you be alone? Like, yeah, I get bored sometimes because I want things to be going on and popping off sometimes. But really, I do enjoy my own company. Like, I like to be alone sometimes. Some of you, that might be the problem. Like, you're too comfortable by yourself. And you're not seeing the point that maybe it's time for you to add someone into your life. For others of you, if you're the opposite of that, maybe it's time for you to start enjoying your own company when your boyfriend or your girlfriend may not be around. You be like, oh, I'm so bored, I don't know what to do with myself. Like, that's a problem. I'm just saying that might be a little issue, because like, how can you be bored with yourself? But if you're those types of people that are just so comfortable in your own space, you might be tired of that, and it could be a sign that, you're ready to meet someone, or it's time to be open to meet someone. Yep. What spirit, you're on point. So you have the Ace of Cups, the waters of life. Ace of Cups, you know what that means. Love entering, or being receptive to love. So whether it's being receptive to love for yourself, if you're in this space of like, I gotta have somebody, I'm bored when he or she is not around, when I don't have all my friends around, I don't have a whole bunch of stuff going on in my life, you're just bored, you can always find that peace, or you can always do something with yourself. I know people that love to go to the movies by themselves, love to go out to dinner by themselves. I used to be like that. It is boring to me though. I mean, it's cool every now and then, but it is kind of boring. Like, I prefer being by myself sometimes. I love it. I've always been like that, even as a child. But it does get boring sometimes. For others, you don't know how to do that, you need to possibly start doing that. I'm not telling you what to do necessarily if it sounds like it. I don't mean that in that way. But there's an abundance of love around you. So there's no need to be bored. You see that all this water is not really flowing. It kind of looks like it's stagnant or it's stuck. You don't see it flowing. And that's our own perception, because love is ever flowing. It's always going, right? Next card, I still got half a deck. I'm not even done. I told you guys these full deck readings go on and on forever. The Ten of Swords is instruction. The Ten of Swords. So it's not like that sad energy. It's not that like, oh, you stabbed me in the back. The Ten of Arrows is, I feel like you're at the point where you've mastered an aspect of learning or an experience. You've mastered that. You're no longer this little boy, this child anymore. I feel like you're ready to start a new phase, yes, but you're also the wise man behind this child that's teaching them how to point their arrow. And I feel like you're going to be tested during the Sagittarius season on how much you've actually learned. And I don't know what that means, but that's what I'm picking up. The Three of Vessels, which is the Three of Cups, joy. Pregnancy for some of you is coming. Pregnancy's coming. This could also represent some of you guys getting pregnant, or you guys could be, pregnant with something else. Doesn't have to be a child. But for some of you, I am picking that up, that you guys might find that you're pregnant during Sagittarius season, or you do get pregnant during Sagittarius season. So I'm seeing a lot of fertility. It seems like there's going to be a lot of good energy that you're manifesting during the end of this year, though. By the end of this year, there's a lot to be grateful for. And I'm not just talking about the fact that it's these so-called holidays, Christmases and New Year's and all that. I'm not speaking of those type of celebrations. These are internal, triumphs, I feel. The Ace of Pentacles, foundation, yep. You guys are definitely giving birth to something. Foundations of life. It sounds like you guys are starting a new life. Whether this is like a career, whether this is a big move that you're taking. You're moving to a new location. You're moving in with somebody. You guys are pregnant, or you have someone that's pregnant in your life, or you got someone pregnant. It's a fresh new beginning. Here's the Queen of Pentacles, the bear. That mama bear. Somebody is getting pregnant. Yeah. Birth to something. It's something that you stood firm on, something that you protected this entire time, that you didn't waver in faith. You kept it going. You kept it moving. You didn't stop. The Four of Stones, which is the Four of Pentacles, protection. What spirit? It's the words that come out, that stand out to me. Protection. You stood on this. You didn't give up. You protected what was yours, like a mama bear. Experiences to tell you no. You didn't allow fears of what could be in the future to tell you no. You just stood on that, and there's the rewards. You're getting that. I'm getting that he's pushing towards the end. It's like, this is my duty to make this shit happen, and I'm going to make it happen. I'm not going to stop here. I'm going to continue to move forward with what I've created and what I've manifested. I'm not going to stop here. And that's where he's at. Or that's where you guys are at, or where spirit's pushing you, or you're pushing yourself to that point where it's my duty to create what I want. But you're also, it's a double meaning. I picked this up earlier from this card. It's your responsibility which energy you carry with you, which energy you operate from. Ace of Bows, that spark of life, which is the Ace of Wands. These archers, I keep seeing them as Sagittarian energy. So I'm going to say that a lot of stuff is going to pop off at the end of the year. Like, some very important energies are going to happen around Sagittarius season, I feel. But whatever this energy that you decide to dwell in, you're responsible for what you create, and that's one thing for sure. With the Ace of Wands, it's the potential of creation, but what are you deciding to create? Some of you guys are manifesting love, the Lovers, the Forest Lovers, and they're both touching their heart chakra. So let me go back to the Temperance card real quick. It was here. This is the first card we started off with. And I said that there was a relationship, but this to me actually looks toxic. It doesn't look healthy. It's not the Devil card, but it's the Temperance card. It actually looks toxic in comparison to these people. They're intertwined, but they're not intertwined with each other. Like, they're not wrapped up in each other. Yes, there's a tie there, but they're not intertwined in a way that I can't live without you, I can't do this or that without you. It's a healthy energy, and they're pointing their hearts to their heart chakras. So this to me represents true love. These people are in touch with themselves, within their own selves, therefore they can recognize another person that's in tune with them. It's a healthy balance. It's a healthy energy. Some of you guys are creating healthy balances within yourself, that inner, being in tune with yourself. Okay, so here's the Nine of Bows, which is the Nine of Wands, respect. He looks creepy, but I feel like he's the type of person that he might be so savage to the point where people have no choice but to respect him. Not savage in a negative sense, but he's so ambitious. He's so courageous. He's like a hunter. He fights for what he believes in, what he wants, and he earns his respect by that. And I'm seeing that you guys, a lot of you will be gaining others' respect, because there's something, like, there's a change within you that you didn't give up on yourself. You didn't give up on yourself. Your life has changed significantly, whether it's like, wow, he or she really did that. Like, they really started that business. They really got that degree that they said they were going to get. They did this, they did that. Whatever is important to you in this life, that person really got what they said they were going to do, or become what they said they were going to become. And I know it seems crazy within this time frame. Whenever you watch this, those who are on YouTube, because Instagram doesn't keep things on for long, because I'm recording from both platforms, but YouTube, when you watch this video, no matter when you watch this, you can watch this a year from now, you're going to feel a significance from the time that you're watching this to the time that this all happens. You might feel like, oh, that's too much of a short notice, or how can that have happened? How can things change within the short time frame, within a year, within a month, whatever it is? It's possible. I'm seeing that, and you're going to gain some respect. Okay, so the Knight of Vessels, which is the Knight of Cups, which is the ill. Okay, there's this energy of flow that I'm picking up, and it's a steady flow. It's kind of like a subtle, like a subtle flow. I'm going to keep moving because I'm not getting much from that energy. The Ace of Arrows, which is the Ace of Swords, the breath of life. So you create your own path based upon what you affirm. You see that smoke? It's kind of creating a direction. It's creating a path. So it's like speaking life into something. It's creating a path. That's what I'm picking up from it. It's creating its own path. The Three of Bows, which is the Three of Wands, and this is fulfillment. There's that intertwining energy again. So that connection, some of you guys wish to break free from a past relationship or bond. You guys are. You guys are definitely going to break free from a toxic relationship, whether you're in one or whether you just can't get over or let go of that. It could be a toxic pattern of relationships, and that doesn't just have to be subject to love. It could be other type, or like romantic love, but it could also be other types of connections in love relationships that you're breaking the toxic patterns. And I feel like also you guys are going to manifest, you're going to be fulfilled with that thing that you feel connected to, or that person that's meant for you. Five of Vessels is the Five of Cups, ecstasy. These cards are so funny because the Five of Cups is usually depicted as like a depressive energy, but this is not. She's celebrating. So I'm getting even through all the BS, that's what creates the magic. That's what creates what we want, because it's like a contrast. Like you need the BS to show you what you want or what you don't want in order to see what you do want. So it's like she's using her pain as the thing that creates her ecstasy, that creates her happiness, her power. She's using that as her magic. That's what I'm seeing. She's creating her magic. So that's going to be the energy that also inspires you. I'm getting back. It goes back to the Five of Wands where I said you're going to have to use your ego to inspire you, to empower you, to be like, F you, I don't hear you, I don't see you. That's the energy I'm picking up with that. Then the World Tree, which is the World card. This is the last card in the Major Arcana. Unfortunately, not the last card in this full deck pool, of course. We haven't even gotten through the whole deck. But you're going to create an ending of a cycle by doing that. The more and more you learn to push through your hurts and your pains, and that's a very commendable thing to do. It's not easy. Like if you say, for instance, you lost your job or something. Say you lost your job. It's not easy to just be like, oh, F that job and just be happy, but you can turn it into, it might take you a couple of days to be like, okay, maybe that job wasn't meant for me. Now I can finally start that daycare or that clothing line for premature babies or something, something along the lines of that. It could manifest that. So, that's what I'm picking up. Like, it's going to create that triumphant energy for you. It's going to end the cycle when you learn to find happiness through the things that supposedly are supposed to make you sad or make you feel like you're a failure. Even if these are past energies, you can even celebrate those things, because it's like, okay, well, I needed to date that man, or I had to go through that situation with this person to know that I deserve better, or that's not what I want for myself. Okay. I can't open the door. There's other people in here, but they don't want to open the door. Seven of Wands is clearance. Okay, so Seven of Wands is, I feel like blockages being removed. Especially after the World card, which is the completion energy, it's blockages being removed. There's no more fighting against anything. The fight is over. There's no more blockages. That's how I'm seeing it. It's like the old is done with. As far as like whatever challenges you've been dealing with lately, or long overdue challenges. The Journey, which I believe is the Death card, if I'm not mistaken. The Journey. So you have the Crows here. So yeah, this is end of some sort of specific journey. Like it's done with. It's over with. It's no longer there. Not bad. Yeah, so it's no longer here. Um, I'm seeing also, you guys might find by the next full moon that there actually is a shift that takes place. I'm sorry, you guys. I don't know what happened. I don't know if I'm still on the live. Hold on real quick. Okay, I'm using the app now. Okay, I'm back. My bad, you guys. I don't know. Someone's trying to call me. I don't know. Am I back? Sorry. I'm on Instagram too, recording this. So if I'm pausing. Okay. Yeah. I can't see it because it's black on my screen. But like I said, I feel like you guys are going to recognize that there's a change, an ending of a cycle coming this next full moon. For some reason, I feel like that full moon is going to be powerful. It's a lot of endings to cycles happening right now. Sadly, there's a lot of deaths that are taking place right now. You know, death is a natural cycle, just as life, births are. But it just seems like there's a lot of endings. There's a lot of things being cleared and being removed as of right now. Seven of Stones, which is the Seven of Pentacles, healing. So it's going to take some time to heal, of course. Yeah, that's with anything. It does take some time. I feel like you guys also have healed a lot, though. Yeah. I hate being interrupted. Okay, my bad. So, my brother's locked out, and there's other people in the house, and I'm not about to interrupt what I'm doing to do that. Okay. I'm sorry. My bad. Okay. But you guys have healed a lot, though. I apologize. I don't know what happened. I might have to do another live because it's telling me I have a minute and 13 minutes remaining. So let me stop this live and I'm going to do another one. Not here on YouTube. I'm recording on Instagram too. I'm going to do another one. Alright, so this is part 2 on this live. This one we're going to remain. So where I left off was the Seven of Stones, which is Seven of Pentacles, healing. Like I said, though, I do feel like you guys have done a significant amount of healing. So, the Nine of Stones, which is the Nine of Pentacles, tradition. Okay? So, I feel like some of you guys might need to shake some of your go-to healing methods, because some things might not be working. It might seem stagnant, or you guys might feel like it's time to revert back to some sort of healing process that you were dealing with. Because I feel like you guys might have paused it, or you guys might need to go back to it, or some of you might need to end certain ways that you heal. I feel like you guys will know it will resonate with you however it's meant to resonate with you. I see the Nine of Pentacles as like very, that inner peace card. You're at peace with where things are in your life. You're at peace within yourself. Also getting that there might have been a point in your life where there was something that you did that you felt most connected to yourself. You might have to revert back to that at some point. But there is someone around you that has healing energy or healing power that you can go to. And sometimes for some of you, you guys might not even need to seek that healing from other sources. Even if that's you going to a spiritual healer or a friend that you know that you can get that advice from that you need. You might need to disconnect from those methods and go back to source, which is you. Some of you, if you feel connected to a certain power, deity, I can't judge people's religious beliefs, but if it's Jesus or Buddha, if you feel like you have to connect with those things and you kind of lost that connection with that source, it might be time to go back to that, because I feel like there's something that you're going to gain from that. Okay. So Nine of Vessels is the Nine of Cups. Yeah, this is all inner peace. These last three cards that I pulled are inner peace cards, generosity. So the Nine of Cups is not so much the wish fulfillment card. It's not so much that, I'm not getting that it represents the wish fulfillment all of the time. It could also represent you being at peace with what you have within yourself and what's around you. He's in a meditative pose, and so is the Nine of Pentacles. Give me 1 second, you guys. I apologize. Give me 1 second. It's just, I do not know. It's always an interruption. Anyway. Okay, I apologize, you guys. This is so annoying. Like, people drive me nuts sometimes. Like, I can't even... it's very annoying. Anyways, I can't even see myself anymore on here. So if it's paused, let me know on Instagram. But anyways, so the Nine of Cups, like I said, I feel like this is about gratitude within yourself. It's like you have all that you need within you. Some of you might not see it that way. Like, it might not feel like you have all within you, but I feel like you're going to learn. You're going to learn that you have all that you need. Two of Stones represents Two of Pentacles. And this represents a challenge. So I have some sort of, look like it's a competitive energy, some sort of competitive energy that's around. So I'm getting, it's really yourself. It's really yourself. There's a competitive energy within yourself. So some of you guys don't feel so balanced within yourself right now. So I have the Queen of Bowls, which is the hair. Queen of Wands. Yeah, it's an inner battle with yourself. Even though these two hares are these rabbits, it's like you're creating conflict on your own and by yourself. It's being created within yourself. It has nothing to do with anybody. It could be that you met your match and you'll meet somebody who's equally as challenging as you. Or like I said, remember, there might be somebody that comes into your life. What did I say earlier? I feel like it's somebody that might come into your life that challenges you or pushes you out of your comfort zone. I feel like you have met your match with that. Like it's somebody equally as challenging. Okay? You're already a powerful person within yourself. So if this is someone who challenges you in a negative sense, like they just burn your nerves, they annoy the shit out of you, could be that. But it could also be somebody that challenges you for the better, that pushes you to be your greatest self. Your greatest self. Two of Arrows, which is the Two of Swords, Injustice. Okay? Two of Swords. Some of you guys, it might be one of those instances where you're like, I'm tired of meeting people like this, and I feel like you'll look at it in a negative sense, but not really see that it's actually for your highest good or benefit. It might not be everything that you asked for, like this type of connection. And it doesn't have to be romantically. It could be a friend, or it could be somebody who's already in your life that's just burning you up, like burns your nerves. But know that it's for a reason. You kind of, and if it's not you feeling like this is unfair, it could be like another person that's like, that's unfair. I don't want to deal with this. Or why do I have to deal with this with you? But it's like you guys are mirroring each other, but it's to benefit you or the other person. Here's the king, okay? So you got the Queen of Bows and the King of Bows right in the middle. What happened? People don't want to let me be great. Oh my God. Like, what's going on? Like, YouTube. Why are you doing this? Like, oh my God. It's pissing me off. But anyway. So right in the middle, like I said, you had the Queen and the King of Wands in the middle of the Two of Swords. So it's like this connection will really, like, irk your freaking nerves, I feel. With the King and the Queen of Wands. These are counterparts. So if it's not a romantic relationship, then it's a relationship with somebody around you. That's like, this person is almost mirroring back to you everything that you can't stand, or they just irk your nerves to some extent, or they're really challenging you. But I feel like you need to keep in mind it's for your highest good. Okay? This person may also be detrimental to you to some extent, though. Like, there may be a reason why you can't stand this person. But remember, again, there's something to take out of it, though, even if it doesn't seem that way. Because it's almost like you're refusing to see how it can benefit you. Not to say that you need to accept this person, deal with them, put up with their BS, but it's something to take out of it. Okay. Six of Swords, transition. Yeah, you guys are moving into a new phase, though. And it may be that you guys will need to practice patience, because I feel like this person can push you out of your comfort zone in a good way, but they can also push you to the edge if you allow them to. But I feel like you can peacefully move on past these people. It might be your last straw with somebody that you kind of have to come to terms, or this could be someone that reminds you of somebody that you finally have to close that type of energy or pattern, close that cycle out, that chapter out with that person. Because I'm seeing you leave that energy behind. Definitely. The Archer, which is the 7th major arcana, the Chariot card. Right. So, I feel like you guys are determined. I don't even see you guys allowing anything to get to you. Like, it might get to you, but it's never going to be how it used to get to you. I don't know if you guys ever experienced a situation where you might have been through the same type of thing but with someone else, to the point where it doesn't even phase you like it used to anymore. Like, you can recognize that it's some BS, or you just don't respect it, or you're tired of it, but it still serves you though, in a way, and it doesn't phase you. And I feel like that's where you are. Like, this person is like, I see her as like, come on, bring the bullshit on, because I can deal with it. I can do you one better. But I feel like, don't get into that in a lower vibrational place. I feel like it's more so like, I'm gonna show you that I'm not that same person anymore, that same girl anymore. I'm moving past you. Could also be you focusing on your goals too. Focusing on your goals and using these past experiences to empower you. Yep, Six of Bows, Six of Wands, which is abundance. So whatever your aims are, you're gonna reap the benefits of it. You don't even need validation. It's like you're your own motivation at this time, or you're coming into that space where you're your own motivation. It doesn't even call for anybody else to validate you or tell you that you're deserving of something. You just know that. And it's, as humans, we do seek somewhat of validation. We might not be a whore for attention, but we do want to know that we're doing well. We do want to know that we're loved and respected, that we're appreciated, that we're supported. But I feel like you're going to get to a point where you don't even need all of that anymore. Two of Bows, decision. So it's up to you how you move forward energetically. You have the power to choose the type of energy perceive the energy, how you move past it. The Four of Arrows and the Four of Swords, rest. Okay, so during some sort of transition phase, if this is not you right now, this could be you within the next 6 months, I feel. Not long, maybe winter months might be a period where you just take a break from everything, or it seems like nothing is going on in your life. Like, and that's the time where you need to rest. Because it's things that are changing and shifting around you. It's not that things are stagnant. It could be that you perceive things as stagnant, but it's not really stagnant. It's actually things are changing. Okay, Eight of Vessels is rebirth, which is the Eight of Cups. I like how these cards, like the cards that are meant to be kind of negative and low, they have a different interpretation. So really, when you leave what doesn't serve you behind, emotionally walk away from what doesn't serve you, you're actually moving towards something greater. And that's what I feel like with this butterfly and the Four of Swords energy. It's a transformation. It's a rebirth that's happening. The more you walk away from what doesn't serve you. And seeing that there's no loss. Because you see how this big cup is filling up all these other cups. There's no such thing as a loss. So a lot of times with the Eight of Cups, it's like, I'm moving on. I'm leaving the past behind. I'm sad. Woe is me. But really, you'll find that nothing that's left behind is really a loss. You learn that. And I feel it's like, it reminds me, like, whatever you have to leave behind, whether it's a job, whether it's a friendship, whether it's a romantic partnership, whether it's some sort of like pattern or attitude problem that you had or something, whatever it is, later you'll find that it didn't even serve you. There's so many things that I can put or use as an example to that. Like, how many of you were like, oh, I always wanted him or her. Oh my God, they were so fine in high school. I always wanted him. Then you hear that this person is in jail, or they got like 10 baby mamas or baby daddies, or they're not all that great as you thought they were. So it's like, you didn't miss out on anything. At that point, you're like, oh my God, I gotta have this. I gotta have that. And it wasn't even all of that. Maybe you got it firsthand and you saw what it was firsthand and you're like, I really don't want this. Or you let that friend go that you thought that was your best friend. You thought that was your homegirl, your homeboy. And when they're out of your life, you feel so much more at peace. Your life is better. No disrespect to that person, but it's just like your energy is better off without that person. That's how I'm seeing the Eight of Cups. And you're going to find that things actually shift for the better when you know and learn how to detach from things emotionally that just don't really fulfill you in that way. Whether that be spiritually or emotionally. Nine of Arrows, dedication. So this is Nine of Swords. Okay, so it's the dedication card. It's kind of off from what the Nine of Swords is usually, depicted as. She does look like she is mourning and she's stressed out about something. You guys might have to push through this energy because as you naturally heal and you naturally release, you're going to feel sad. You're going to feel confused, whether you realize it, like what was causing this or not. Again, it's like Spirit's telling you not to waver. Very, like, important. I don't know why. The Wheel of Fortune, which is the wheel in this deck. Yeah, there's a transition that's happening. And it's funny because if you look at this card, there's the moon and the sun in the sky. Yeah, the moon and the sun. So that you're going to find balance. Like whatever is shifting, it's bringing you into better balance. Looks like there's a shirt that's been sewn or something like that. Like someone, it's like clothing or something that's being created. I'm taking that as shield of protection. I don't know why, but that's what I'm seeing. Like you're being protected. Like you had to strip yourself naked of something that didn't serve you just so that you can be clothed and protected in a new way. Like new clothes also too, like spring cleaning, when you get rid of stuff you don't wear anymore, you can't fit it, you get rid of it. Okay. This is a general energy reading. So Sam Love, if you want a reading, check my description box or not my description box. Check my bio if you want a reading. I'm not giving out a free reading here. This is an energy reading for everybody. So please be respectful of that while I'm doing this. Okay, but yeah, so it's kind of like when you have to clean out your closet and release stuff, just throw it away or donate it because it doesn't fit you. That's how I'm seeing this cycle. Things that don't fit you are being removed so that you can add newness into your closet, so to speak, right? Into your life. All right, Knight of Bows, which is the Knight of Fire sign. Something's definitely coming during Sagittarius season. It is coming. Something's coming. Let's see what it is. Oh, I knew it. Because I've been saying that. The Two of Vessels, attraction, which is the Two of Cups. I knew it. I feel like this is a true heart's desire. If it's not a love relationship, it's your true heart's desire. It's something that you really want for yourself. It's like one aspect and another aspect of yourself is in agreement with this one thing. It's saying, like, say for instance your heart and your mind, they're both on the same accord. Like, I'm in agreement, that's what I want. You're attracting something that's equally balanced with you, something that resonates with your soul, resonates with your heart. And you're going to know it in your heart too. You're going to know what it is. The Eight of Arrows is the Eight of Swords, struggle. She looks petrified. This is all in your mind though. This is all in your mind. Whatever this struggle is, it's nothing happening to you. So this could be you guys having self-doubts. It could be you creating drama where there is none. Be very careful. Yep, frustration. Five of Swords comes up. Frustration. So Five of Swords is like mentally, you want to fight what you don't understand. So I'm seeing this man trying to hunt this deer or attract or kill nature. Like he doesn't understand or doesn't respect the nature of things. So I feel like you want to attack what you don't understand. So you've never had a connection like this with anyone, or you might have never had something that you've wanted or something that you feel so deeply connected to, whether it's you want to move to a certain country, whether it's to start a career or your life purpose. You've never felt that before. So you want to kind of attack it or demonize it because you don't understand it mentally. You don't get it. So I feel like be very careful and mindful of that, because you guys are attracting something that speaks to you on a deep level. If it's not a person, it's a soul connection with something. Like I said, it could be Europe. You want to go to London and you feel attracted to London. You want to be there. Or it's children and you're afraid of it because you haven't felt that energy before, that type of connection to something or someone. So you're attacking it. You're afraid of it. You're trying to make sense of it. But the truth is, I feel like it's all in your mind. It's something, yeah, because Ten of Vessels, happiness. There's something here that makes you happy, but you just, either you can't see it and you're like trying to attack that part of you that agrees with it, that knows it's true, because there's something that's in agreement within yourself to something that you want, that you've been trying to attract or manifest. Is something that's overflown, a blessing. There's enough to go around for everybody. It's not that you don't deserve it. So if it's a matter of you telling yourself you don't believe it, um, it's not. It's like it's your perspective on it. I feel like that could be negative, but it's so much. It's enough to go around. It really is. You see, all these cups are getting their fills. It's an abundance. The hooded man is the hermit. Okay, so the hermit, the hooded man. I feel like what this is saying to you is that you guys are going to learn a lot. Next year, it's going to be like everything that you've been working towards and creating, you're going to see like the results of it by the end of the year into next year. Even by this time next year, you're going to see so much changed. But you guys have learned so much. Like this year, you guys might say, I changed or I've evolved and I've grown so much. That's the vibe I take from him. Um, and he represents Virgo too. So Virgo season may be a lesson, you know, time for you. Like you guys might be learning a lot of things about yourself. The King of Stones, which is the King of Pentacles, the wolf. Okay. So you guys are way more powerful than you see. And I've said that before. If you guys have been here, I have a few more cards left. I'm almost done with the whole deck. But you guys have learned so much, and something's calling out to you. I will pay attention to this new moon or this full moon that's coming soon, or there may be one by the end of the year, that something is going to pull your heartstrings or call out to you. Um, it could be somebody coming into your life to teach you something. Like they're powerful. Like this person may not realize what they've taught, or you might not even realize what this person is teaching you until you kind of go back and you look at what they've said. Um, or when they come into your life, they might not even realize the significance of their presence in your life, but they're definitely delivering something to you. The Page of Swords, which is the Page of Arrows here with this little birdie. It could be a message from a young person who's very wise. So pay attention to children. Pay attention to anybody that's younger than you, or someone who just seems like they don't know anything. They could be your age, younger, older, but they have a presence that they might not know a lot, but for some reason they have a message to deliver. And I'm thinking about, because this situation been weighing heavy on me all week, but the rapper XXX Sension, I don't know how to pronounce his name. I don't want to butcher it, but it's like I'm kind of getting that vibe from him. Like that's the message I'm picking up from these two cards. Like he had a message or something to deliver. Like he might not have come across as like wise. He was very young. He had a past that people don't agree with, but it's something about a message he had to deliver, and he left something, some sort of message. I don't really know how to explain it, but that's the vibe, the best way that I can explain this. Like it's going to come from a messenger who's very unexpected, but their message is very wise, but they look young, or they look like they're not that knowledgeable or intelligent, spiritually connected, but they really are in tuned. Page of Stones is another childlike energy. Page of Wands, or sorry, Page of Pentacles. There's a message everywhere, too. Pay attention to the most unsuspected, unlikely messengers or messages. Okay. The Woodward, number 11, Major Arcana, which is the Judgment card or Justice card. Is that the same animal? Kind of looks like the same animal. The Lynx as a Page of Stones. And it's funny because usually the Justice card is depicted as a woman, but it's a man. There's somebody who's meant to come into your life. They're very significant. Very, very. If they're not a Libra, such as the Justice card, um, there's someone very significant that's coming into your life. Very significant. And they're here to bring balance. So take that as you will, however that resonates with you. It could be any type of connection. The Sun card. The Sun of Life and his heart chakras expanded. Somebody's here to break those walls down in your heart. So this could be a lover. This could be someone who is just someone that taps into your heart chakra for whatever reason. This person may even help you to heal your heart chakra. Some aspect of your heart that needs to be healed. The Moon, water. So you have the Sun and the Moon right here. This is definitely a partnership or a connection or love connection. Because you got two opposites. These are counterpart cards. The Moon and the Sun. A yin and yang energy. Someone's here to help you with your heart chakra. If it's not romantically, this is just someone that will speak to your heart. Someone that you will connect with. Almost like a soul family member, a kindred spirit. The Ten of Stones is the Ten of Pentacles, the Home card. I love this card because it's like there's nothing there. Like there's not this picket fence, there's not the dog, there's not the family, there's not the coins. It's just the home. And I feel like home doesn't need this big, doesn't have to be all this magnificent stuff. It doesn't have to be material. It's all this superficial stuff. It doesn't need all of that. You can find home. I'm getting in the most unlikely places. And there's a man and woman on these stones if you see. But again, it's that balance. And the woman on the card looks pregnant. If you can see, she looks pregnant. Again, I'm feeling like somebody's going to be pregnant by the end of the year, or you guys, everything that you've been asking for or something specifically is going to manifest. And it's what your heart truly desires. It's like you feel like you don't need anything. Like I'm full. I'm happy with just this. Like I don't need cars. I don't need this. I don't need that. I don't even need a whole bunch of people in my life. I just need this one thing. And it's not a desperation type of energy, like I need this or I'll die without it. But it's just like I'm full with just this. I'm happy with this. Like this is really truly what makes me happy. Not in a space where you're not happy within yourself. Not that type of energy, but that energy where, yeah, you're happy within yourself, but it's this thing that completes you too. The Seven of Swords is insecurity. I feel like it's an ending to that. Because it looks like she's being stabbed by that. It's the end of that. Insecure, thinking negatively about yourself, thinking negatively about what you want, just seeing yourself in a negative light. This could be body image, this could be perceptions, this could be things that you wish to have. Because we end the spread with the Queen of Cups, which is the salmon. And I feel like with the salmon, like, it sounds good because it's fish. But I'm seeing her as fruitful, fertile, abundant. The fishes, they represent abundance, fertility, blessings, infinite possibilities. Like there's enough fish in the sea. There's enough abundance and opportunities to go around. And that's the conclusion of this reading. So I feel fulfilled this whole reading. I did my whole full deck. That was a full deck reading, full deck spread. So I'm sorry for the interruptions. Instagram, YouTube. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you guys. If you guys want to watch this reading, it will be on YouTube if you want to go back. Because I don't know if I saved the second part of this live on Instagram. But YouTube, you guys can go back and watch this anytime. Anyone